Hey everybody, welcome to week 2 of news here at the Game Shelf. Today's the 24th of May, which means it's actually officially our 2-year anniversary today. And so that's what's kicking off all of Anniversary Week. Today's that first day of 8 days of sales of 10% off of various items throughout the store. So when you stop in, don't forget, we've got the sale. Get yourself a raffle ticket, or not a raffle, but a drawing ticket. We're going to do drawings every single day. You get 1 ticket just for coming on in, and then 1 ticket for every $25 you spend during the day. You can check out last week's video or check out online to see what the different things are, the different sales are every single day, or what we've got going on for each of the different drawings. Also during this week, we're going to be voting on the dioramas that showed up over the months of April and May. So we've got 4 different dioramas. We want you to come on in and vote on which one is your favorite. The winner of that contest will be receiving a substantial gift card at the end of the week. We'll announce that in 2 weeks, I guess, will be the next video for that. We have the next online event we're going to schedule is our Dire Troll Paint Night. So come on in and grab your Dire Trolls from WizKids. They are one of the big Wave 14 models. So come on in, grab that. It's $20. And then on June 5th at 8 o'clock, we'll go ahead and start our online paint night for that. Let's see, what else is big in the news right now? Well, outside of the store, one of the big things is that the Spiel de Jahres nominees were all announced. So if you're not familiar with that, that's Germany's Game of the Year. So they have 3 different categories. They've got the Spiel des Jahres, literally the Game of the Year, and that's generally a lighter family kind of style game. They have the Kennerspiel des Jahres, which is what they call like the best game for the gamers or the game enthusiasts. And then they've got a Kinderspiel, the kids' Game of the Year. So in the nominees for Game of the Year, we have The Adventures of Robin Hood from Thames and Cosmos. Now that hasn't arrived in the US yet, so it's still on pre-orders. We also have Micro Macro Crime City from Pegasus Spiel. That released back in January. That is currently out of stock, but we can always, if you're interested in that, we'll get you back ordered and ready for it. And then the third nominee was Zombie Teens Evolution from ILO. It was released in December last year and is definitely available. ILO's games are pretty readily available. We're one of their guild stores. We make sure we try and keep those things stocked. The Kennerspiel nominees, so these are the games for the enthusiasts, were Fantasy Realms, which to me was a little interesting because it came out in the US in 2017. So I'm a little surprised that it's available in 2020, or it was a 2020 game, but maybe that's because it was just new to Germany at that point. That's from WizKids. Lost Ruins of Arnak from Czech Games Editions, which is one you've seen us play online already. That released in November and is currently in stock. And then the third one was Paleo, which also released in November. That was from Z-Man or Asmodee. And right now that one's out of stock, but we can back order for that if you're interested in it. The 3 nominees for the Kinderspiel, the kids' Game of the Year, was Dragomino. That's from Blue Orange. That released just back in February and is available. ILO got a second nominee throughout this entire process, and that's Mia London and the Case of the 625 Scoundrels. That released in August last year, so about a month after they announced their Spiel winners, and that's currently available. And then the third game was called Storytellers. All I can find on that one is that it's on Board Game Geek. It was a 2020 release. I can't find it anywhere through any of our distribution channels. I can't even find the company in the US. So I'm not sure what the availability on that one currently is. But if you're interested, well, let us know what you want to grab, and we'll go ahead and do the best we can to get it for you. So that's kind of the international board game news. Now, as for what's new in store, let's talk about some of our recent releases. The Arkham Horror living card game, Into the Maelstrom expansion, which is the last one in the Innsmouth Conspiracy cycle, released on Friday. Last Thursday, we saw Catapult Feud release. Then, so that's the dexterity game we were even talking about last week, where it's you're shooting catapults at each other and knocking down their castles. The Soulblight Grave Lords and all of their miniatures from Games Workshop. Those came out this past Saturday. Those are probably pretty good appeal items for those of you who play Dungeons and Dragons. And then for us, the big news out of Games Workshop was they have a new brush line, which is all synthetic brushes. Those all released on Saturday as well. You'll see in our display they are just all white-handled brushes with white tips to them. Those are a little bit cheaper than their other brushes. They'll keep a little bit better form as you're painting with them longer term. So a new set of brushes to try. We still have our regular Citadel brushes, the natural hair brushes, plus the Army Painter line. So you'll have plenty of brushes to pick from now. For things that are coming up, really the biggest item is WizKids Wave 14 is coming out this week. The official release date is Wednesday. As of the time of recording, I can see that it's in our distribution center in Everett. And so I am expecting it to be in store here on Wednesday. Now, we're going to go ahead and pause for a moment here, and you'll see a bunch of the different miniatures go ahead and scroll by. I want you to see some of the cool figures that are coming out in this one. Let's see, other releases for really coming up here soon. We've got, on June 5th, we've got the pre-release for Pokemon Chilling Reign. So that's where you get the build and battle kits. So it's the small set of small set of packs. And then 2 weeks later, we will be able to do the full release. And because we're a pre-release store, we actually get to release those on the following Monday, so the 14th. Whereas other stores, the full release will be on the 18th. We have, in Marvel Crisis Protocol, we have an official date. Deadpool is finally arriving on June 11th, which happens to be the same day that we have the pre-release for Magic's Modern Horizons 2. One of the other cool games that's coming up is Destinies from Lucky Duck. It's getting huge reviews out there. It's considered to be Tainted Grail or Seventh Continent for a much better price. It's only a $50 product. It releases later this week. The 27th is the official release date. I haven't seen it in distribution yet, so I can't confirm that we'll have it by then, but that's what they're still aiming for. The Dragon Shield has produced sleeves for all of the Hogwarts houses, so it's their house crest on the back of the sleeve. It's their brushed art style, so it'll still play really well. It's got a good shuffle feel to it. Those are supposed to release at the end of this week as well. They should be here on the 28th. And then on the 1st is Red Rising from Stonemaier Games. And this is where Jamie Stegmaier has been super excited about building a game on one of his favorite book series. So that's supposed to be out on the 1st. With that, that's kind of all the upcoming news. So as always, feel free to reach out to us with any questions, any reservations you want. If you didn't come in and pick up your copy of Van Richten's Guide to Ravenloft, we still have it here in stock. We even have a few extra copies of the alternate art or the regular art, depending on which one you like. So feel free, stop on by. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this so you can catch up on all the news from us. And hey, go check out some of those live game feeds. Like this past Friday night, we did the Steam Forged Epic Encounters Kobold campaign. So check those out. Then stop on by. Don't forget, it's anniversary week. Come on and grab sales on each of the different days. Look forward to seeing you down here at the shelf sometime soon. Thanks, everyone.